him makes me blush. Sends me roses like a crush. Pulls me in when I feel weak. He got me trampling at my feet. Favorite game is truth or dare. Jealousy shows you I care. Pick the truth and say, girl, I never leave you, I swear. So good, feels so right. Never felt like this in my whole life. We can start at the crack of dawn. Keep going out all night. Still feel brand new to me. Too good to be true to me. Don't know what you do to me, but I feel a rush every time you touch me. When you look at me, tell me you love me. I feel a rush every time you kiss me. Can't slow down every time you're with me. I can't slow down. I can't slow down. I can't slow down. Follow me, baby, in my mind. I don't know how you do it. Takes me by surprise. Why you hypnotize? Show the best version of me. How did I get so lucky? You mirror the prints in my head that I've always dreamed you to be. So good and so right. Felt like this my whole life. We can start at the crack of dawn. Keep going out all night. Still feel brand new to me. Too good to be true to me. Don't know what you do to me, but I feel a rush every time you touch me. When you look at me, tell me you love me. I feel a rush every time you kiss me. Can't slow down every time you're with me. I can't slow down. I can't slow down. I can't slow down. La-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I can't slow down. Never.
What's going on, y'all? It's your man, the DJ Beloved. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Can you hear me? Yes, 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 yes. It's your man, the DJ Beloved, and I am back for another episode of the DJ Beloved podcast. And today, I get the pleasure of sitting and discussing everything music and the music business with my man, my brother, I call him cousin, DJ Doughboy. Some folks call him Greg.
We throwing governments out there
Hey!
Okay.
We gonna have fun with it today.
All right.
I got a special one, man. This guy, man, listen. You know, when I first decided to do this thing here, man, you know, I said, damn, I gotta get Doe on. I gotta get Doe on. You know what I'm saying? So when I reached out to him and he said yes, I was more than excited. This man has seen the world because of his ability to not DJ, but his ability to create a vibe. Okay, I've decided that after this year, I will no longer be known as a DJ. I am a vibe coordinator, and I don't think there's another person that fits that category like Doughboy.
Thanks, man. Yo, you put a lot of sauce on it.
Hey,
Yo,
listen. Let me explain something to you. I done been to many a party that I walked into and was like, this ain't it.
Right.
And by the time you got on, there was a different type of activity going on in that place. So to me, that speaks to who you are.
Gracias. Thanks.
You know?
Man. Thanks.
So, like I said, man, let me get something situated here. Because I need the people to see you. Yeah, so, dope, man. Appreciate it, of course.
Come on, man. You know how we get down. You know how I give it up.
Listen, man. I need for you to just let folks know some, not all, some of the people that you've worked with.
Okay. Queen Latifah.
Come on.
3LW, Joe Budden, Apache, Naughty by Nature, Illtown Sluggers, Collective. So that's, everybody involved. KG, Van, Shakim. Well, Flavor Unit. It's funny because I am a Flavor Unit member as an MC. Not necessarily as a DJ.
I was gonna get to that. You still in the show, but hey, that's what you do. You still the show.
Nah, because people really be like, Flavor Unit's got DJs. So DJ Self, Mariah Lynn from Love and Hip Hop.
Absolutely.
Robert Randolph and the Family Band. Very, very influential. I'll just say rock act. That's my family. So I did some work with them as well. Just countless backroom productions for those who are aware of their influence and their scope in the Jersey house music scene. Smack music, Mental Intro as well.
Come on.
So
yeah, the resume deep.
Yeah,
the resume is pretty deep.
I would like to believe so. I've been around the block a couple of times.
You worked for it.
Yeah. And that's just on like the production and writing side of things. That's not just like DJing with, that list.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah,
I knew what you meant.
I'm just saying that's not the I DJ'd with.
So I need y'all to understand today's episode is gonna be a little different. This ain't gonna be like one of those typical. I sit here, ask a bunch of questions, even though I seem to think, I would like to think that my questions take us into the deeper side of who the person is and not just the person that you see on the stage or in the DJ booth. But this is not going to be one of those, I didn't even open it. This is
really no need for that.
This is organic. You ain't gonna get a more organic show than the ones that I've been given for the past few weeks. Because everybody that has, been on the show thus far are people that I truly have a direct connection with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I ain't reaching so I can name drop. Like, these my folks.
Right, this is family.
You know what I'm saying? Look. Look at this. Still in the box.
Whoa, that's my MacBook Pro!
All right, let me tell y'all a little story real quick. True story. 2016. No, 2015. I used to do a party at a place called 303 Lounge. We used to call it Patent Bills.
Right.
All right. One day as I was setting up at Patent Bills, somebody helped themselves to the inside of my vehicle.
Right.
I was setting up. Like I had literally just pulled up, took a speaker in, came back outside, took another speaker in, came back outside, car was empty.
Right.
Car was empty. That's laptops, headphones, hard drives, everything gone. And it's strange because I had to play in like 4 hours.
Right.
It was about 4 o'clock when this happened. I was supposed to play at 8.
Right.
And for some strange reason, I didn't panic. I felt a form of frustration.
Right.
But there was no time to panic because at the end of the day, I got playing 4 hours.
Right.
Now, I made literally 2 phone calls. One phone call was to let somebody know what happened.
Right.
Second phone call was to our other brother, Swift. Swift said, I'll call you right back. He called me right back and said, call your cousin. I call you and you say, oh, I got another laptop. Meet me at so-and-so. Okay. I went from meeting you for your laptop to Best Buy to buy some new headphones, because this is when Best Buy used to sell Beats by Dre. Right? I went from meeting you to get the laptop to Best Buy to get some headphones, and then just went home and got my recovery hard drive.
Right.
And was up and running within 2 hours.
Right. Ready to play. Wow.
The crazy
I
part,
forgot you had my back.
the crazy part about that is, once I got a new laptop, I called you.
Right.
I was like, yo, I got your laptop. And you was like, nah. Keep that. Use it as a backup. Use it as long as you need to. Yada, yada, yada. Like, bottom line was, ain't nobody thinking about that laptop.
Right.
You need it. Rock out.
Right.
And let me just explain this to y'all. Since this laptop situation, I've had 3 computers since then.
Oh, wow.
Me and this man did a whole LP together.
Right.
5, 6 songs.
Right.
He still has not taken this laptop.
I'm going to take it today, though.
All right?
I'm going to take it today.
Like, it's in the box.
Yo.
This is the original box.
Wow.
Still,
Wow. I'm going to take it today.
this ain't no my first Sony.
No.
Okay? If you have an Apple MacBook Pro that's fully loaded, you know.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So, when I say that I've been having shows with people that are truly my people.
Right. That's different. That is different.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That is
because
different.
ain't too many people gonna give you a $3,000 machine and be like, yo, just go ahead, hold that.
Hey, man, you was jammed up at the moment.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course I've said thank you in private. Of course I've expressed my gratitude in private, but I want to express that same level of gratitude in public and let people know, you know, I wanted to start the show with that so people know what kind of person you are.
I try to be solid, man. I really do.
But see, it's deeper than that. You know, you are the epitome of the golden rule. Treat other people the way you want to be treated.
Indeed. Indeed.
You know, you're always straightforward. You're always, you know, humble. You know what you're good at. You know what your lane is, and you drive in that lane extremely well.
Thank you.
And that's an art form within itself, people. Oprah Winfrey said, if you want to know how to truly be successful, find out what you ain't good at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't focus on what you're good at. Find out what you ain't good at.
Right.
And then surround yourself with people that are extremely great at what you're not good at. And, you know, the reason I use that analogy is because you and I have done some epic parties together. Mm-hmm. And the energy and the vibe and the level of music that would come out in a night like that is something that we can't replicate.
Yeah, it was different.
Like we were sitting here talking about records before we went live, and I don't miss this. I don't. But this man, when we used to have CDs, we all had like the leather CD book that opens and you go through it, and then you know I had the big one with the wheels on it, and this man had a case that still made your CDs look like you were lined
Like
up in
records.
record crates.
Yeah. Yeah, I had like suitcases.
So to hear him say how he misses records, it's like you don't really miss digging because you took that digging to another level.
Right. But bruh, it's a lot. Like, this is a lot for me. I don't know if y'all see it in the back. Like, it's just vinyl. And before we loaded up and was about to start the podcast, he was looking for a record. And he was digging through all of that. I said, yo, bro, I don't miss that at all. Like, I love having the access to the music the way I have it. Because, like, because I come from the vinyl era.
Heck yeah.
Bro, you know how many crates I was carrying to a venue because I was open format. So I was bringing hip hop crates, I was bringing house crates, and then I would have to buy rock records. So I had a rock crate, then I had like a reggae soca crate. Bro, it was too much, man. It was too much.
Speaking of vinyl, let's put on something.
It was too much.
So we can get a little vibe going. You know what I'm saying? I got this little thing that we talked about. I should have never opened. But
Right.
you know, I mean, listen, man. It's a record, you know, and it was a beautiful birthday present from another cat that we are extremely cool with and blessed to call, you know, our tribe, Jonathan Scott, J. Scott. He bought me this for my 40th birthday.
I get it, but
You know, we're gonna have him on the podcast as well.
that's the home. That's the home.
He's got an album that, you know, is doing well for him. And
Yeah, it's
I like
kicking
that.
up. He getting a lot of write-ups and everything on that. He kicking up.
Absolutely. Make sure this music isn't overpowering.
He's definitely kicking up,
Conversation.
man. I like to see it. I like to see when the homies
so-
is getting they're doing their flowers, man.
Today, the vibe in the background is our brother Nas, Illmatic, but not just a regular copy of Illmatic. This is the one that he performed with the National Symphony Orchestra. So that's what we vibing to today, y'all. You know, last week with brother Jonathan, we was vibing to Miles Davis and some Bob Marley. So today, you know, we do a little Nas. But yeah, so tell us about, because you mentioned it already, but there's some people who may not be familiar. So tell us about when you were supposed to be releasing music as an artist.
Okay. It's funny because for such a long time I had separated both entities. It was like Doughboy as a DJ and Doughboy as a rapper. I started, I can't even say which one I started first. I kind of started both of them at the same time, but you wanted to be a rapper. At that time, 80s, 90s, like being a rapper was it. And safe to say I was pretty good at it. So I was pursuing the hip hop thing. I was affiliated with Latifah and Flavor Unit through funny story, how the DJing and house music always comes into play in my life. I was gonna get my first record deal through Backroom Productions, which is Spin Richardson, Derek A. Jenkins, Cassio Ware was a part of that as well. My man Steve B. Wilson, Disco Dave, Shahir Williams. I was part of that collective. And Abigail from Moving took my demo.
Big shout Abigail Adams, Moving
Yes,
Records.
yes, Moving Records. Took my demo to Shakim from Flavor Unit. And they loved it immediately. And I was supposed to sign through Flavor Unit. Performed at the How Could I Be Down thing and all of that. Like I was supposed to be the next dude. And my theory was I was going to DJ just enough in college and da-da-da-da-da till I got my record deal. So I was still focused on Doughboy as the rapper, and this was like the side hustle because it was a hobby, and hey, I could DJ, I have to do some college parties, I get paid. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I started as a rapper first and was affiliated with Flavor Unit. Obviously, the deal didn't go through for whatever reasons, and I made a conscious decision to either be a starving artist or working DJ. And at that time, I was working. So I was like, let's see what this DJ thing does while I'm trying to pursue the rap thing. And the DJ thing actually started to take off. So I put more energy into that.
Nice. So, but if you had to pick one,
If I had to pick one, which one would I do? To be honest with you, I would DJ. As crazy as that sounds, and for a couple of reasons. As much as I enjoy being in the front, I really don't.
and see, that's the weird thing, because I don't like being in the front. And we talk about this all the time.
I don't.
I don't like being in the front.
Being a rapper would have put me in the front. It's funny, Apache, God rest his dead, that was like my big brother. He was the one who pretty much walked me into a lot of the industry stuff and kind of shielded me from it as well.
Right.
Rest in peace. He was always like, that DJ booth is your armor.
You know, we got a caveat off of that, because a lot of people don't understand that for us.
Yeah.
You know, our birthday is 6 days apart.
Yes, sir. We're very much alike. We're very similar.
We could lock ourselves in a room that looks like this and be in that place for hours and not have to say a word.
Right.
Now, conversation gets started, I'm good at it.
Right.
But this thing over here
Right.
is a different type of feeling.
It's my armor.
It's
And-
your armor, it's your safe place.
Right.
It's your therapy,
Right.
you know, it's your vice.
Right. And I'm also allowed to use all of my skill sets as a DJ because I do heavy mic work, heavy
Listen,
engagement.
come
with
on,
crowds.
see, this is why I ain't bother writing down no questions, because you diving into all the topics I would have touched on anyway.
Right.
Like, you are by far one of the best open format DJs, not just because of your skill as it pertains to turntables.
Right.
Like, I honestly feel like you and Kid Capri could be brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you still, to me, have a one-up because you can sing.
I can hold a couple of notes.
Nah,
I can hold a couple of notes.
Doe can sing, y'all.
I can hold a couple of notes. Yeah.
Right? Doe can sing. And rap. And freestyle. Because you can rap but not be able to freestyle.
Right.
And you can
Right.
freestyle and not be able to
Yeah,
rap.
rap.
There's a difference.
Right. Right.
But I remember nights at the club where you would point at something.
Yeah. Or people will point at.
People, you would rap about who's walking through the door.
Right. 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 That was a lot of brain power too. I don't miss that either.
Can you
bro.
still, like,
I probably could, but I haven't in a long time.
that's a lot of work, bro. Like,
It's a lot of brain power. I used to hate when people used to do that. My man Flo Mentals was notorious for that. Shout out to Flo Mentals from Def Poetry Jam. I used to work with all the Def Poets. Almost everybody that went on Def Poetry Jam that was from Jersey was my homies. I worked with them. I did their CDs, all kind of stuff. Those are my peoples.
Wow.
And I used to read as well. People didn't know that. I was part of that whole collective, low key. Because I was their DJ, so I would DJ and then I would go up and read poetry. So, you know, add that to the resume. But Flo was notorious for that. Like the whole, what Jimmy Kimmel be doing, the Black Thought, just
Yeah.
kind of making him rap about things.
right.
He was notorious for that. We would have a show, we would be at Nell's. I think it was every Monday. And he would have people come out the crowd and just pick something. Italy. Doughboy, rap about Italy. And I'd be like, oh my fucking God. And I would have to do it every week. It was so much brain power, bro. I don't miss it.
And it's weird because
I don't miss it.
yeah, no.
I missed that part. It was fun, but it was a lot. Like I made it look easy, but it really was. Oh my God, it was.
Sometimes we make a lot of stuff look easy.
Right.
I mean,
Right. I made a lot of this look easy.
Because a lot of people are finding out how hard it is to actually be a DJ. And that's when even with the technology, it's like you still know.
All right. No. They're finding out how hard it is to actually be good.
Okay, yes.
Because
anybody could be a DJ.
Bro.
Anybody could be a
DJ. And nowadays, as sad as it seems, as long as you play the records that the crowd halfway likes, they don't care if it's good or not.
Listen, okay? Jonathan came in here. Big shout out Jonathan Martin.
That's my guy.
A lot of people don't know he used to be a DJ.
Word?
I knew that.
I never knew that.
His dad used to DJ.
That's my guy. Yo, I used to DJ for him too.
Yeah. So, you know, the thing is, like he said, you know, the one thing that people love about Beloved is you can make us groove off of records we don't even know.
Right.
And it's like, because I already know what works.
Right. Right.
You already know what you like.
Right.
Let me show you something else.
Right.
You never know. You might like it, right?
Right.
So, you know, I approach things from a space of, you know, it's my job to teach you what your new favorite song is.
Right.
But we're in a space and time where people is too focused on being the star of the show.
Right.
Not even realizing that the music is the star of the show.
Right, it's bigger than you. But the beauty of you and what you've created and what you've cultivated,
hold on now,
is you've created a crowd that actually hungers for that.
Yeah.
Your people come wanting to hear what Beloved is going to curate and give us. And that's different than what most crowds come to hear DJs for now.
Yeah, because but see, I don't even think that's just, and I appreciate that, but I don't think that's just a me thing, because you created that as well. Like, bro, we used to rotate, me, you, DJ Tamil.
Right.
As Branch Brook.
Right.
Me, you, Tamil, I think it was Tragedy, Barry.
Killer B.
Toot.
Right.
God bless the dead.
Right.
You know, like, that was Toot's house.
Right.
That was his house. But, you know, we all had our turn. I mean, we and you was really 22 guys, but,
right.
You know, we ended up at Branch Brook.
I wound up taking over Branch Brook.
Yeah, you took it. Yeah, right. That was when Tamil was on tour, right?
Yeah, but that was before everybody.
That's right, because we older than them, right?
Yeah.
We a little older. Well, yeah, we.
Yeah, I'm old, bro. This is a lot of Just for Men. This is a lot of hair
You
dye,
are
bro.
stupid.
I'm old, bro.
Listen,
but yeah,
but because you know, he leaving something out, man. Doe can dance.
That too.
Like, I'm talking about, like,
yeah,
like.
Hold up, but you acting like you can't, though.
We not talking about me. You talking about you. So,
which is your secret weapon? That's your secret weapon. And I'm gonna tell you this is a true story. He probably gonna forget the story. I saw Beloved at Five Guys on Route 22. This was right before you started to bubble. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what the difference is between you and everybody else and why the people connect with you. I said, you're a dancer at heart. So you play with the spirit of a dancer and they resonate with you differently because they feel that from you. Most DJs are not nice on the floor. I remember, and he gonna laugh at this too. I remember, this is when you was Beak. Beak used to come up to Gregory's and all kind of clubs and just walk up on me and be like, yo, you all right?
Nah, I remember that.
because
I was the Goon Squad.
right, because he used to run with my brother. My brother's name is Mega Mill, right? He used to run with my little brother Mega Mill, and I guess Mill was sending him places to make sure I was okay, or he would just be at places I would DJ, and he'd just be like, "Yo, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool, B." And then he would get out on the floor and he would dance his ass off. And I would, after my set, we would get up and we would just dance all night long. So we had a different mind state when we look at the crowds. We look at people dancing.
Well, yeah, we'd rather be out there with them. So
Actually, yeah.
if I gotta be up here, I'm gonna create the vibe that I would have wanted to be involved with out there.
Exactly.
So,
which is your secret weapon.
I mean, listen,
That's your
I don't
secret
even
weapon.
think that's a secret. I think that everybody should just know that. But I mean, like, everybody should know. Listen, like,
But if they don't know you, like if they don't know how ill you were on the floor, like mid-90s, bro, you was a monster on that floor.
yeah, about 80 pounds lighter.
Yeah, we was all a little thinner.
80 pounds lighter.
But this is what I'm saying. If they don't know that, if they don't know Beak, and they just know the guy behind the set, they don't know that spirit in you. And it's like, so why is he playing these records and these people are giving him back a certain energy that they don't give back to other individuals? It's because you connect with them in a different space, in a different realm. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I saw that early, and that was before the blow up. I was like, yo, you gonna blow up.
We was
and
kids.
you was like, yo, for real? We was at Five Guys, and it was just on a random. And I was like, yo, you about to blow. And he was like, yo, man, thanks. And look,
Word up.
look, you on all the charts now. Every time Traxsource or Beatport putting out some charts and shit, you over there chilling.
Man. But you know,
That's a good thing.
nah, look, I love it, man, and I appreciate it. But like I said, it always feels good hearing it from one of your peers, but it also feels even better when you hear it from somebody that you call family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand. Me and you, we got well over 30 years.
Got a lot of time, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of time. You know what I'm
Got a lot
saying?
of
So it's
time.
like when you stop and say, like, look, y'all don't know. I remember when that kid used to catch station wagon cabs to his gigs because he wasn't even old enough to drive, but he
Right.
wanted to do this thing.
Right.
You know, like,
Right.
yeah, no, it was station wagon cabs pulling up to the skate rink
Right.
some nights because the records had to get there.
Right.
Everybody
miss the
wasn't
skate
driving no van, you know what I'm saying?
Skating rink was something different, yo.
But the skate rink really built us to be extremely well versed
Right.
in different genres of music and being able to transition from one genre to the next.
Right.
Because you would have to know how to get from 85 BPMs to 109 and back, or 115
Right.
and back down to 85
Right.
within a 4 or 5 hour time span.
Right.
However you did it,
Right.
but you had to figure it out.
You know what's funny? They found me in the strip club and brought me to the skating rink.
See, he's doing the thing again, y'all. He's answering everything that I wanted to get to. Because I wanted to ask you, is that how you and Joe Budden's hooked up?
All right. So, okay. It's a whole bunch of certain things that happen. So I'll start from there since I started there. I was in the Strippy, World Paradise,
Yes, sir. The infamous World Paradise.
Lions Avenue, the spot where they shot Belly,
Belly.
where Method Man gets shot at Belly at the club. So the
Oh, that was Rita's parking lot that he was running in.
Yeah, that was the parking
The
lot.
parking lot over there by the
across
car
street.
wash.
Right. Car wash wasn't there then, I don't think. So I was doing the Strippy, and my man Sabor from Branchbrook comes to the strip club, and I'm burning it down. That's a whole. We'll talk about the strip club life later in a little bit because I'm getting to Branchbrook. So I burn that shit down. He says, "Yo, I need a DJ to come and play at Branchbrook." So I come, I play at Branchbrook. I do like one night. Then they like, "Yo, we want you to do Saturdays." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So it's me, Tory T, God rest the dead,
Damn.
And
Tory T gone, Ron Do gone,
and Glenn was doing the sound.
and Glenn gone.
God rest the dead. That's my guy, yo. Glenn was my guy. So Glenn's doing the sound. So I'm like, all right, this is a cakewalk. So I get there and they have me do the teen night. So teens, they skate during the half of it.
And then they dance.
And then at 12 o'clock,
We take
they
our
take
skates
the
off. We was
skates
dancing on
off
the floor.
and they dance on the floor. And they had never seen no energy like that because I'm very engaging.
And I was nice.
Yeah,
I was
on
nice
both.
back then.
So I wound up taking that over for maybe like 4 or 5 years. Now, here's where the Joe Budden thing comes in. Joe Budden's best
Used to
friend.
come skating too.
Right. Joe
We always used to
come
be skating together.
But his best friend used to come religiously. If you look at the promo thing, when for the show, the dude where I'm holding my face like that,
Right.
next to him, that's Joe Budden's best friend. That's Worm.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So we still close to this day. We had a podcast together, everything. Like we still hella close. So Worm is coming there religiously, and he's like, "Yo, I want you to do parties for us in Jersey City." So
That's when we was rocking that Foxes.
Foxes, Winnie's,
Winnie's, come on, man.
Winnie's. But then
That's how I end up at Winnie's. You couldn't make it that night.
bro, I got banned from Winnie's. That's another
Yo.
story. I got banned from Winnie's.
Cousin, you gotta go to Winnie's.
Yeah.
Jersey City?
I got banned from Winnie's. That's a whole nother story. So I started doing the teen parties in Jersey City at Oxford. They had this hall, and I wound up doing that. Me and Worm got so close, he was like, "Yo, you know my best friend Mouse about to get a record deal."
I forgot they used to call Joe
Mouse. That I knew him as Mouse. So he's like, "Yo, Mouse about to get a record deal. Yo, you want DJ?" And I'm like, yeah. And I'm not even thinking about it. Cool. So Joe gets the deal. He drops Get Right With Me. He drops Focus. And then they come see me at the Strippy. Him and Joe come see me at the Strippy. And I'm DJing. He's like, "Yo, I know you got your own thing going on. What would it take for you to come and roll with us?" And this is how real I was. I said, "Yo, just match what I'm getting at a strip club. I'm rolling with you. I ain't tax Mouse at all, right? Just match what I'm getting. I roll with you." So we did a couple of shows.
What?
On God, I'm one of the realest ever, bro.
Well, I mean, we kind of like the same.
Yeah, I just said match what I'm getting at the Strippy. I got you.
Because at the end of the day, you still get to do what you want every day.
Right. So, and it was my man. And he was just getting this deal like, I've been a rapper. I know how this goes. You know
Yeah,
what I
because
mean?
you got to put back everything you put out.
Right. I know how this goes. So we do a couple of dates. We do Spring Bling. We do a couple of joints. And then they're about to go on the Survival of the Illest tour. So we do this show in Connecticut. I think it's us, 50, Lil Kim. We're on our way home. And I don't know if it was Webb, Nitty, or Skane, but it was somebody from Top Brass. It was like, "Yo, we going on tour tomorrow." I said, "Who going on tour tomorrow?" It's like, "We." I said, "I ain't going nowhere." Like, I got to cancel all my gigs. At that time, I was piping hot.
Right.
So I was like, I'm not going nowhere. So they went for the Survival of the Illest tour with another DJ. But it didn't resonate because, once again, me and Worm are friends, me and Mouse are friends. So on stage, it's just like a band of brothers. It's different. So they called me up again because I always tell the story. I was Joe Budden DJ twice. So they call me, say, "Yo, you're about to start DJing for Mouse again." This was Tashawn Gale. He's actually Neo's manager now. Shout out to Tashawn. Tashawn calls me and says, "Yo, you got to start DJing for Mouse again." I'm like, "I ain't DJing for nobody. Like, they got a DJ. They just went on tour. They good." He says, "No. So this is how it's going to go. Mouse has this show in Orlando called Hard Rock Live. He says he has to nail this show. If he doesn't nail this show, we're going to drop him. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to come back, fix the show, because that's your man, and you love him. I'll see you tomorrow." Click. I showed up at Rocket with a crate full of records, fixed the show. We went down there, we burnt it down, And I was his DJ ever since. And that show was actually taped for MTV. The Hard Rock Live show. It's crazy. They taped it for MTV. So this was the make or break thing. And it was like, you're coming back or it's over. And I came back. We put the show together. It was a success. And I rode with him for the rest of the Def Jam career. Until he left Def Jam, I was his DJ.
Damn.
And that's still my man. We still talk. You know what I'm saying? We still chop it up. That's the homie. You know, we still talk music. That's all we talk. We talk music.
I mean, it's crazy because he was the first person I asked about doing this.
Really?
Like, yeah, like I asked him, I was like, yo, Joe. I said, I basically want to be like the house music version of what you're doing.
Right.
Right? State of the Union or the culture, you know what I'm saying?
Right, state of culture. Right.
So he was like, you know how Joe is. He's real like
Dry.
yeah. Okay. Well, beloved. He was like, come on. He was like, for real. You already know everybody. He was like, who don't love beloved?
Right.
He's like, you've been DJing my mother's parties for how many years now?
Right. Right.
So he was like, come on, man. He said, first of all, it's a great idea.
Right.
And he was like, so what you want to talk to me about? I was like,
Right.
he was like, just start.
Right. He's a get it out the mud. That's his theory.
He's like, just
That's
start.
his thing. That's his thing. Just start and figure it out. And
And
get
he
it
said,
out the
and the
mud.
next time I see you, you better have something to show me.
Well.
And I ain't even gonna hold you. That was months ago. This is episode 6.
Right. Right.
So the next time I see him, it's gonna feel good to be able to go in my phone and be like, yo, look, go to your YouTube, yo.
Right. Right.
There's 6 episodes up there.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
He's definitely a get it out the mud kind of guy. And I understand. I understand that because
yeah, he ain't helping nobody. Not that he ain't helping nobody, but he want to see that you trying to help yourself.
right. And
Like,
you appreciate
Yeah,
it.
if you
appreciate
if you
it
trying
more
to help
when you get it out
yourself,
the mud.
if you need $20 and you go figure out how to get 10, I'll give you the other 10.
Right.
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
figure out how to get to it.
But you got to get the other 10.
Right.
You got to work for that other 10.
Right.
So, you know, I respect it because I'm the same way.
Right.
You know, even with the younger guys that I mentor, you know, Justin, Amir, Marmar,
that's my guy.
Eddie,
And you know, Justin is like
yeah,
like a
his
nephew.
yeah,
Right.
it's, you know, I can help you with this part,
Right.
but you gonna learn the music.
Right.
You gonna learn, like you gonna learn the different genres of music. You gonna understand the importance of understanding, you know, why going from this to this don't make sense,
Right.
or why you shouldn't try to mix 2 vocals together, or
Right.
why, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna go learn how to understand all of that.
And I think that's what's wrong with DJ culture now is there is no mentor apprenticeship.
See, the thing is, nobody's being honest with their kids. All right? Like, I've seen a kid that has it, and I've seen a kid that didn't. And I've told his parent, this might not be it. I ain't saying you got to go grab a basketball, but this might not be it. You might be able to sit that boy at a piano.
Right.
That might be his thing. You might be able to, you know, hand him a guitar. You might be able to hand him a pad and a pen, you know? But this here ain't it for him. And 10 years later, Joker was sending me pictures from the damn studio playing drums for one of these R&B jokers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't waste your time with this.
Right.
I know that you're good at music,
Right.
but you just can't seem to get this together.
Right. It's different.
And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that people aren't being honest because, listen, my son said to me one time, he was young, he said, I want to be a DJ. I said, absolutely not.
Really?
And this was during a conversation where I said, you can do whatever you want to do. And don't let nobody tell you can't, not even me. And then 5 minutes later, I want to be a DJ. Nah, no, he ain't gonna do that though.
So why not?
Probably because a part of me feels like I've given DJing more than it's given me.
Right. Okay. Understandable.
So I ain't gonna give it my son.
That's real. I understand. And that's funny because my kids are starting to gravitate to it.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I think my son would have been way better than me.
Really?
Yeah, my son would have been nice. Cause he's smarter than me.
Really?
He's smarter than me, but he will learn to be as creative as me.
Right.
So once you intertwine
Those two things,
you've created the Steph Curry of DJing.
Right. I'm going to tell you who would have been nice if he actually would have done it.
Who?
My brother.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Mill was nice.
Playing house music. Now, he wasn't really,
Yes.
he really didn't
He wasn't those
feel
cut
like,
and scratch.
Yeah, he wasn't really
can blend
into
his
the
ass
hip-hop
off.
thing. I'm going to tell you a
listen.
true story, right? I go to college, Fairleigh Dickinson. I can't bring all my equipment. My equipment is just sitting in my room, right?
Yeah, he was home getting it in.
Yo, 1 week, it sounded like clothes in the dryer.
Sneakers in the dryer.
Sneakers in the dryer. The train wreck. I come back 1 week later. This boy playing. And this is vinyl Tech 12s, like playing.
He
in
know
my
how to do
crates,
that thing.
know what the records are, everything. But my brother has genius level talent.
This is what I'm saying. See, your brother is smart, like what I'm saying. My son, that's it. So imagine your brother with your level of creativity.
Yeah, genius level ability.
Yo.
I mean, I get it, because he's just like, all right, that's your thing. But if he would have actually said, all right,
that boy picked up the violin. My son was a fifth grader playing in the New Jersey Orchestra.
Wow. Yeah. But I understand
was
where
the
you,
real
where you're
thing
coming
with
from,
that with that violin.
I understand where you're coming from, though.
But see, you know, I hate to say this. It was kind of like Sparkle. Remember Whitney Houston, that movie with with Jordan Sparks.
Yeah. That's the remake, but
Right. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So remember the storyline of how the mother felt like that whole chasing that singing career messed her life up.
Right.
So she was so hard on her children about it.
Right. I mean, I get it, because
You know?
we've definitely given a lot of years to it. I mean, I'll be blessed enough to say that the game has been good to me.
Absolutely.
The game has been good to me. Even when people thought it wasn't, even when people thought I was cold.
I don't know when that was, but
A lot of, for real, there was a time when people, and I'm going to say right now, people come up to me and be like, yo, I didn't even know you DJ'd anymore. Yo, I've heard that since I've been popping out in the last couple of months. People are like, where have you been? It's the weirdest thing ever. But even in that space where I wasn't as visible because I wasn't on the circuit, I was getting quiet money. I was still
Quiet
working
money
6,
better.
7, sometimes 8 days a week. But it looked like I was cold. So I always say the game has been so good to me. As crazy as it sounds, that strip club been so good to me, bro. Like, people say all of the craziest things about strip club DJs, and I heard the new one is, the strip club is where the DJs go to die. I've heard countless things about that. all the way back from when I first started. I started DJing the strippies in the 90s. So all the way from there into now, I've heard all kinds of things. But I'll tell you this, I ain't never been unemployed. Ever. I've never not gigged at least 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 days a week. Ever.
Hold on, let me stop you real quick. Just so y'all know, if you make $300 a day, that's $100,000 a year. Okay? I don't know no DJ that DJ for less than $300 to $400. All right? So are we doing math? So before you insult someone, make sure you know how to do math.
Like ever. And I say that the game has been good to me, and that's not the going on tour with Joe.
No,
that's just
not being unemployed.
right. So as much as I've given the game has been great to me. I mean, the merch. Like I sold so much merch. You know what I'm saying? Just the I Love Doe logo. Like the game has been incredible to me. I can't front. Like people could say what they say. Man, it's been amazing to me, and I am the blueprint for a lot of what New Jersey sounds like, a lot of what New Jersey looks like. So I can't complain. Do I wish I could have been Flex? Yeah, it would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, my run ain't over. I got some other stuff that's cooking in the back that's crazy. But, you know, I'm still in a phenomenal space.
Absolutely. I mean, come
phenomenal. Like just the stuff that I'm doing with Illtown Sluggers. Like if I show you the footage of what my work is doing out there.
Now, I wanted to touch on that because you been moving around with KG and Vinny and
a lot.
I'm like, okay, is he?
All right, so.
But I wanted you to talk about.
I'll talk about that. Illtown Sluggers is a collective. It's an offshoot of the Naughty brand. Of course, people see the logo. You can tell it's a direct derivative of Naughty by Nature, where K and Vin are creating this entity, record label, production, stadium. Hype crowds,
Come on.
Stadium opening for stadiums and things like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I'm an integral part of that part of the party rocking stadium part. So, and I've been doing that with them for about it's before COVID. So I've been doing that for about 4 or 5 years now, and so my work has been on $2 million tours. Both New Kids tours.
New Kids on the what?
New Kids on the Block.
Come on, y'all ain't gonna act like that ain't a big deal.
I mean, we could pull up the numbers now.
Listen.
Like, just go to Google and see what it grows.
That's crazy.
So, I was an integral part of the opening set for both tours. And that's just, like I said, it's quiet money. You know what I'm saying? That's the quiet.
That's
like
impressive.
people to see. I take a very few pictures in the studio, but yeah, I roll with them. Those are like my big brothers. Shout out to Mook. I just did Mook party at Llewellyn Park.
Oh yeah.
That shit was crazy. But anyway, yeah. So that alone, like, if I just show you some of the pictures, bro, you'll be like, yo,
no, that's what's up.
like, yo, it's 30,000 people out here. Like, you know what I mean? So, like I said, the game has been incredible. And the funniest thing is, and that goes back to me with the look of being cold, I'll do all of that and I'll still be in Lookers. Like nothing happened.
It's right back at the strip club.
Right back. Like nothing happened. And people be like, yo, so you ain't gonna tell me you do such? Nah, I'm working.
That's it. You just go to work.
I just go to work. And never style on the people that's there, none of that. Because these are still my peers. They still got love for me, I got love for them. And when nobody was checking for me, they was giving me my number.
Right. Hey.
Like when nobody was checking for me, I was good. You know what I mean? So once again, man, I say as much as I've given to the game has been good to me, man. I can't complain.
No, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know, because it's hard. It's hard.
It is.
So
it is, especially when nowadays it ain't about a skill set.
No, it's not.
It's about politics. It's about how many shout
followers
outs
you got.
Right. It's about everything else but skill set. So when people recognize and honor your skill set enough to book you and give you your number,
right,
you gotta really be appreciative of that, bro. Like, I was probably one of the very few people that was working during COVID.
Yeah, because the strip club, as soon as, you know.
Bruh. Yo, man. I don't even know if I could say it because I don't want to get, like, places in trouble. But, yo, they had finessed it so, yo, they was stripping outside, bro. Yo, they put the canopy up, bro. And yo, put the canopy up, throw the heat blowers inside the tent, and it was on and popping. Bruh, like, I'm DJing inside. I'm like, I ain't fucking with y'all niggas. I'm inside. Y'all can do that out there all you want, but I'm going to be in here. Bruh, it was like a concert.
What?
Outside. Yo, man. And this was... Yo, man. Yo, the one thing I tell everybody, man, yo, sex sells, bro.
Oh,
and as long as sex sells, I ain't never going out of business, man.
I mean, yo, listen.
I ain't never going out of business. And that's why I'm good there. And I could do all, and it gives me the flexibility to go and do everything I want to do. Like, I may have a situation coming up where I might have to hit the road. I already told my man, shout out to my man Mike Harrison, who was actually the resident DJ at Mirage.
Okay.
He's my boss at Breakfast. Right? So I'm like, yo, Mike, I might have a situation where I got to go on the road. He like, all right, cool, no doubt. We'll figure it out. Just come back when you got to come back. And that's always been the relationship that I've had with all the strippies. I was doing Joe Budden and then coming right back to Cindy's.
Damn, Cinderella's.
I was coming right back to Cindy's. Yo, there was times where I would be DJing and 106 in Prime, I would be on the television. And they'd be like, yo, Doe, you on TV. And I'd be in Cinderella's cooking. Same thing when I was doing Rap City. I was at Slicks. They like, Doughboy, you on Rap City. I'm here, though. I'm here with y'all, though. Like, it's always been street level with me, and that's why I'm still here. Because that bougie love, that up there love, when you get cold, they don't rock with you no more. You leaning and depending on that, whenever that your agenda, whatever their agenda, it doesn't include you, boom. So I always remembered that. And I always kept my street level love the same. So whether I was on tour or not, I could go back to the street. If I was making records and they were selling, I'd come back to the street. And that's why I said the game was always good to me. I could always come back to the street. It's so funny. Now, I'm so old that I'm new. It's a whole generation of people who don't.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That don't know. So when I come back to certain places, especially in the hood, they be like, yo, who you?
Listen, I did a Juneteenth event at the American Dream.
Really? Yeah, I saw that.
Listen, let me tell you something. I done did a lot of festivals.
Right.
These people made you feel like straight royalty.
Really?
Listen to me. These people make you feel like you are straight royalty. I mean, from the day even just the way they reach out to you. Like they don't reach out, it ain't no 2 lines. They reach out to you, they send it's a paragraph.
Nice.
Good afternoon, DJ Beloved. This is so-and-so from so-and-so. We love your body of work. We know exactly who you are and what you're doing. We love what you could bring to the table. We would love to have you as a part of this festival. And I'm reading this thing like, yeah, I just want to say yes.
Right. Yeah.
We ain't even talk no numbers.
Right.
And, excuse me. And even, once we got the business side straight, he hit me up. It's like, hey, your point person is going to be reaching out to you.
Ain't it nice?
I'm like, the point person?
Ain't it nice?
Pointing at who?
Right.
Right?
You have a handler assigned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Boom. Reach out to you. Oh, please drive to gate so-and-so. And when you get to gate so-and-so, reach back out to me and I have a cart come pick you up from your car. And then I'll take you to your tent. And each artist had their own tent.
Yeah.
Tent, couch, love seat, table.
Yeah, it's nice.
Menus on the table.
Yes.
Let us know what you want. You could want one thing from every vendor. They're gonna get that one thing from each vendor.
Right. You got a whole handler, they handle that.
I DJ'd for 55 minutes.
Nice.
At 2 in the afternoon.
Right.
I was home by 4:30.
Yeah. It's a whole different level of professionalism, man.
Ain't none of these jokers 30 yet. So when you said it's a whole new generation that don't know you, these jokers ain't even 30 yet. My daughter's 21.
Right. Right.
So these are the jokers my daughter's going to check out in the club.
Right.
They like, yo, what's up, OG? It's a pleasure to meet you.
Right.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, yo, OG, man. Yo, it's an honor to play on the same stage as you. And I'm looking like, what? Little man come walking up. He got an entourage. I'm looking at little man like, yo, come on, Kev.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, we done came up.
Yeah.
Every now and again you get one of them gigs that make you remember, like, this is why I fell in love with this shit.
Right.
Too. Like,
right.
I earned this.
You earned that.
Let me tell you something.
You earned that.
And it was like the day before that gig, man, I was in here overthinking it, and I'm in here like, well, damn, 55 minutes? What the fuck, 55 minutes?
Right, because y'all let the records play.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. But I know how to play open format, so I know how to, like,
Right.
master mix and all that type of, that style.
Right.
But, man, I got on that damn stage, bruh. These jokers got LED screens with my name on it.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna just have fun. And I just played my set, man, and I had my, and they just so full of this energy, man. It's like, they reminded me of what we used to be like. Cause all these jokers DJ.
Right.
Like, and no, they don't DJ to the level of what we can do.
Right.
But they respect the craft.
Right.
You can't be mad at what era someone was born into.
And it's funny because I'm the bridge between a lot of those eras.
Exactly.
I mean,
because you can still go and rock out a 21-year-old birthday party.
Yeah, and
And I commend you for that, because that's a lot of information.
Yeah, but even with that, me saying that is, I'm the one who brought all of this ghetto house music to New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I brought the Baltimore breakbeat stuff to Jersey. And I'm integral in the creation, in the formation of what is now called Jersey Club.
Yeah, you and Tamil.
Right. So the changing of the guard and how they approach things and how they do things pretty much starts with me. To the point, like, a lot of the OGs for a long time was like, you're ruining house music. I mean, I would walk up into like Random and Scratch, and they'd be like, all this shit is popping because of you. This is your fault. You know what I'm saying? But what they didn't understand was, like I said, I'm always street level. So I needed records that resonated with people from the street. I'm
Right.
still doing these street parties. I'm still doing these strip clubs. I need things that hit hard and resonate with them quickly.
Right.
And especially in strip club, all this shit with dirty lyrics was flying at that time. I didn't think that these people was gonna come out of the strip club and go to the regular clubs and request what they heard from me.
Right.
Because that's what happened, especially when I started doing World Paradise on co-ed night.
Oh, damn.
Right.
Damn, that was a whole different era.
Right. So you have men and women in a club with strippers going apeshit every week, and I'm playing these weird ass records. You know what I'm saying? So now they're going to brokers and bogeys and all of the regular clubs in Jersey saying, do you have a record that says this, 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 and this? And they like, what the hell is that? Now it forces them to play this type of music.
Yeah.
And now these records are like Jersey house staples. You know what I mean? But that was the shit. And then I just kept going, and I found the Baltimore stuff.
Right.
And I was like, this is something totally different. And Branch Brook took the Baltimore stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Branch Brook, the skating rink, they would come for miles around to hear this weird type of club with the dick control beat. Because that's
What, yeah, that was our era.
yeah. And all the Baltimore stuff had the dick control beat.
That's it.
Now that I know that Techniques, the guy who created dick control, and his crew and them was doing all these records.
You talking about Glenn?
Yeah. Well, you see, you on a first name basis with Tech, you boozy and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I go down there, I get all these records from Tech and Riley, and I come back up here. Create this sound, and then we say, we're gonna make our own. And Jersey Club gets born between me, Tamil, Brick Bandits, the OGs as a collective, which was my collective. And now this is born. So the lineage, it kind of starts, the next generation starts with me.
Yeah, you birthed a lot of them DJs.
I birthed almost all of them. I mean, I
Because
could...
we were all individually who we were already.
Right. I could tell stories
We
about...
was the...
Right.
It was Mustafa, Crime, Shahir, Divine.
Right.
Then it was me, you,
But I was...
Rip Rat.
I was a part up there with Moo and Crime.
Okay, yeah, you like in between me and...
Right.
I'm like, see, it's me, Tamil,
Right. Because I was a part of Bad Boys.
Tragedies.
People didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was a part of Bad Boys. Then I defected and got with Wax Murderers.
Wax Murderers. I still got that picture of us.
Really?
Me, you, Disc, J Scratch, Swift, Criminal.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, because I was with Wax Murderers with you.
Right.
Yeah.
I defected.
That's crazy.
Jazzy.
And you was trying to bring me in, because we used to meet at Crime House in South
OGs.
Orange.
For OGs. Right. So...
Crime was always mad about something.
He's still always mad about something.
Oh, my God.
I love him, yo. I just spoke to Crime last week.
I
That
just
is
saw
my guy.
him last year.
I
was in
love that
Atlanta.
guy, yo. I love him, man.
Buster.
Bus. So Bus was really the technical aspect of all the OG
Yeah,
stuff.
he's a brainiac.
Right. So like I would have these ideas, and then Bus would be like, and then we had all of your younger energy with Smooth Killer and Young
Yo,
Ron.
Smooth Killer, wow.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he?
Smooth chilling, man. Smooth on his regular dude shit, man. He good. He good.
I'm glad to hear that.
He good. But it was all of
In
that
this day and
energy.
age, you ask somebody how doing, you gotta brace yourself.
No. He's straight. He's straight. He's straight. But I was a part of Bad Boys, and I defected because I'd walked out of World Paradise. Just quit. Long story. So we're gonna go. Goes back to we're gonna go back to our favorite guy, my brother. We was the babies in World, and then we literally grew up in strip clubs. So Mill was in there all the time, happened to be on day I wasn't there, and somebody got rough with a girl.
Oh, you want to try to beat Mills, beat the boy up?
Yeah. Well, what other times had my brother beat a boy up? But anyway, so somebody got rough with a girl. Security didn't do nothing. My brother put the beats on him. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about the Beats by Dre, yo.
Right. My brother, Mill put the beats on him. So it was low-key hate because everybody loved my brother. He's tall. He got the eyes. And the girls wanted to fuck him. So this was their way of kind of ensuring that my brother ain't taking him out the park like Ken Griffey. We gonna ban your brother. So I get the word, yo, your brother can't come in the club no more. I'm like, shit. All right, we'll see. Monday night, I'm at World, co-ed night, I'm cooking. Jamil come to the club. Yo, they ain't let your brother in. I said, word? I said, Tech, watch this. Boop.
Big shout DJ Tech One.
Tech One, another OG member. Tech. Yo, you can play for the rest of the night. I'll wheel my shit out. So I'm like, now, I was at World on a regular basis. So I'm like, damn, I done quit on the strength of my brother. I ain't got nowhere to work. Let me call Moo. Let me call Crime, because this is my crew. Yo, I just quit World. Yo, I need some spots right now. I was living in Ivy Hill Apartments with my college sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure it out. I ain't get no callbacks. Called Jazzy B. Yo, Jazz.
Charles Whitlock.
You and the Gubbies. So I called Jazz. I said, yo, Jazz, this is what happened. Blah, 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 blah. He said, yo, Doe, listen, man. We ain't got a lot of gigs, but we got this thing at Shadows on Sunday. It's a lot of us on the card, but I'll make it happen for you. Come and rock with us. And at that time, this was who was on the card on a Sunday night. Swift was opening. Chaos, Rest in Peace, was next. Then it was Jazz. Then it was Jay Scratch and Twister. It was all the Wax Murderers was on the card. And they found a place for me to play and to pay me. I was like, you know what? I'm running with y'all. Yo, I was like, you didn't have to do that.
Word up.
Yo, and to this day, no matter what Jazz do, that is my man.
Jazz, my guy.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah, I love Jazz.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Jazz, my dude. Yo.
I gotta love him for that.
Yeah.
And I ran with the Wax Murderers, and we wound up they started putting me on a whole bunch of gigs.
Nah, Jazz, my man. Yo.
Yeah, I love Jazz.
Jazz
so,
cool
you know, it's just, I always gotta love Jazz, man. I forgot. Talk about Jazz has made me, I lost my whole train of thought. But like I was saying, I was a part of that whole Bad Boys thing because I was doing college parties at Fairleigh. They was doing college parties, and it was all working. But I was DJing at Miracles with Sharif and Marcus at 15.
This Joker said miracles. Good God.
Bruh, like this is, I'm such the lineage, the beginning of the new era. I won the first 2 random access battles. Yeah, this is when people say Doughboy can't play house music. This is where it gets weird. Because all the OGs know me as a house music prodigy.
Let me stop you.
Right.
I keep telling people what they're seeing today is no different than if we would have had social media
Right.
30 years ago.
Right.
Because we were doing the same.
Right.
Listen, man,
Right.
CC Rogers, he do this every year around my birthday. He posts this picture of me when I was like 18, 19 years old.
Right.
And under it says, "This is the day I knew my nephew was going to be the next big thing in house music."
Nice.
And it's like, yeah, see, he took that picture. He has the physical picture.
Right.
So for him to still till this day post that picture, I don't even think he realizes how much it means to me.
Right. Because there wasn't a lot of footage.
It wasn't. And he's an icon,
Right.
man.
I mean, CC Rogers.
Come on. Right. So it's like, for somebody at his level to post a picture of me
Right.
when I was
and say this is
18
I
years
believed
old.
in you ever since.
Right. He believed in me before that.
Right.
He just didn't know I was going to take it serious.
Right.
Because I was conducting a choir of over 100 voices at age 11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understood music to that level.
Right.
I played classical piano. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, when you think back and you're like, wait, why is everybody going so crazy over this?
Because they finally see it.
Right, and that's really all it is. It's like, yo, see, back in the day, your talent only went as far as your living room. Watch what I'm about to say. If you could dance, sing, or something in that ball, entertain.
Right.
When your mama had company, she would call you out your room.
Right.
Hey, come here, show them that dance you be doing.
Right. Right.
That's as far as your talent goes.
Right.
Unless you're already attached to someone who knows what you have.
Back to the mentorship.
Right.
Right.
That's when it's like, wait, no. I know y'all taking this lightly, y'all laughing and joking. He got something. She got something.
Right.
We need to nurture this.
Right. Right.
Because I tell a lot of people that I think the difference between the level of success between some people versus another is that there's somebody else in that other person's life that is also saying, no, we have something here.
Right.
We need to,
Right. Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
A person's success is always determined by the people that are around them.
Exactly. Not, you know what I mean? Because if you don't have that village, I don't care what capacity we're discussing.
Right.
Whether it's business, personal, intimate.
Right.
If you don't have some sort of village
Right.
that helps you keep this thing together,
Right.
so you can focus on the important parts,
Right.
it's going to fall apart.
Right. My parents. I always say that.
Again,
My parents.
listen to what you said, parents.
Right. My parents.
So, you know, when I tell people all the time, like, this is why I love my mom till this day. Because my mom is in her 60s and she still comes to all my gigs.
That's dope.
Like, not all, but
she show up. She
put like this. My mama done been to Miami, Boston,
She pull up.
Maryland, Baltimore, Atlanta. Hell, my mom has been on several stages with me.
She pull up.
Okay, right. Okay, and it wasn't just me. It's just three of us.
Right.
You know, hell, and then later on in life it became five of us.
Right.
And yo, her and my, they found a way. You know, her and my pops, they like, we are the perfect example of what a true blended family looks like.
Yeah.
So it's like, we grew up in an era where we watched the Cosby Show.
Right. Right.
You didn't see the broken home on TV.
Right.
Even if it was good times,
It was still.
you saw both parents.
Right.
It was poverty driven,
But
but it still had, it was
was
no
together.
broken family.
Right.
You had them broken family elements sprinkled.
Right.
But this is our TV. The closest thing we saw to a broken home was Sanford and Son.
Right.
Because Elizabeth had died.
Right.
So it was the father and his son trying to figure it out.
Right.
But you still saw a black man with his black son.
Right.
So as men, our examples from the TV to our living room, you know what I'm saying, was, oh, okay.
Yeah. My parents definitely.
This is how y'all do this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
My parents were very integral in that. I mean, to the point where my mother worked with a younger dude who was a DJ. His name is Taylor Clark. That's my man to this day. And she was like, well, you know, my son want to DJ. And he was like, yo, bring him over.
That's it.
And he put me in front of the set, and I was cooking. And he was like, yo, get him whatever he want. He got it. The same way he was like,
see what I'm saying? Yeah.
He was like, yo, he was like, yo, he got it.
You got to be able to tell these parents, like, nah, go get him a flute.
She said, get him, yo, he literally said, get him whatever he want. I was already collecting records and stuff like that. And, you know, makeshift bootleg mixer, 2 weird turntables. So I knew the concept. But when he put me on these,
yeah, something that worked.
It was different. And I'm doing like almost like DJ tricks. Like I'm playing the records 2 beats behind each other and all of that. Yeah. Initially. And he's like, whoa.
You got something here.
Like this he ain't supposed to be able to do this. You
got something here. Right. Yeah.
And boom. And ever since, like my parents always they funded that. I can't hold you. Like they bought me my 12. They bought me some Newmarks at first. Then my pops went and got the 12s. My pops built the bass bottoms that I used to go around and do mobiles with.
See?
All the way up to like, my parents bought my first MPC 3000.
Come on.
Like, and that at that time, it was 3 bands. So
now they're pushing your evolution.
Right, it was 3 bands. Because at that time, I was working with Spin from Backroom. And Spin was supposed to give me his MPC. And politics, it wound up going to Shahir. And Spin was like, yo, I can't give it to you.
Peace out, Shahir Williams.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's my man too.
My father,
he's got a dope history as well.
Yo, we came up, he was a baby and grew up in it too. So my father was like, how much is it? 3 bands. My mother was like, yo, that's 3 racks. My father was like, get it for him. But at that time, you know, my father saw it. He saw what was happening. Like at that, Spin was pulling up in the red Porsche. Like Apache and them was coming to my house. So it was like, yo, he got something.
He got something.
He got something. We might as well try to figure
Nurture
it
this
out.
Thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And Spin had already taught me how to work it.
Listen.
So by the time when we bust the box open, I'm in mill in there. You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, it's slapping. So almost all of my development, all the way down to my record collection, I was telling you, like, I got my pop's record collection. I got all of these records because my father.
See, that's the beauty of it too. Because let me tell you something. It's funny, and with you sitting there saying all of this, it really brought a lot of things for me full circle. Because I say this at times. My brother and I played sports. Mm-hmm. I'm first generation American. So I'm the child of immigrants.
Right.
So for me, I always wanted to look in the bleachers and see my dad yelling, "That's my boy."
Right.
I never had that.
Right.
And my mother was a track runner. She had records in Jamaica, so she understands sports. She didn't understand American sports. And she didn't understand America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was learning all of this. So we were learning together.
Right.
But when I got into music, that joke gave us a beat.
Really?
Because she sings, she plays the piano.
Right, so she gets it.
She was on TV in Jamaica in a singing group with her siblings. Like,
she gets it.
Everybody in my family plays an instrument or sings, or both.
So she got it.
Music, she has never dropped the ball. My brother, fashion designer, she's never dropped the ball.
Because she's a creative.
Yo, so it's like, but now that she's been in America and she's learned the culture and she don't miss a basketball game when it comes to her grandsons. And it's like, I just love seeing the evolution of that because, you know, again, this goes back to your village and how important it is. You have to be in a space where it's like, yo, I know what I'm supporting.
Right.
And I know why I'm supporting it.
Right.
You know, it's beautiful to see that, man. So it's just, when you're in the space where you can look back and say, I was a kid with a dream that's been able to just live my dream out.
And that's why I say the game been good to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was a child prodigy on some Doogie Howser shit too. I graduated out of high school at 16.
Oh.
I was the youngest person.
You were ahead of your game all the time.
I was the youngest person in my entire college at Fairleigh. I was a baby. I was literally, and I wound up first year getting a corporate gig in marketing, helping put together sales conferences and all that. Like, my mother wanted me to go corporate because she saw it. She was like, yo, my mother was at Prudential. She had it lined up. This was lined up. And I chased my dream. And I haven't had a square gig since 92.
Damn.
Since 92, I haven't had a square gig. And I've been good. I've met the majority of my heroes. There are people that when they mention my name, the level of respect is out the roof. And that's a dream for me. Like, for Russell Simmons to tell me that I reminded him of Jam Master Jay,
wow.
You can't buy that. You know what I'm saying? For me to encounter people and they be like, I'm a fan of yours. And I'm like, how? Like, you're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I experienced that
Right.
last week when I had Kelly G on here.
Right.
Come on, man. Kelly G is, he created 106 in Park.
Right.
So when this joker said, like, the way we met was on some flu shit. Like, first of all, let's get into this. Wayne Williams is my guest DJ at Gavelstone.
Wow.
On a Monday. Wayne Williams is the man that discovered somebody that we don't talk about no more. Right?
We all know. They talk about him in all the records.
Every record. DJ Wayne Williams, y'all. Step, side to side.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wayne Williams I got to take Wayne Williams to his boy's house.
Right.
Where he crashing at till he go to the airport. I pull up to this house, man. I'm looking around. I'm like, God damn. Right?
This is kind of fancy.
He was like, oh. And I'm thinking I'm dropping him off and I'm going my way. Oh, no. He like, oh, nah. My man want to meet you. He like a big fan of yours.
You looking around like, right.
No idea who he's talking about.
Right.
Open the garage. I'm like, oh.
Like, y'all got some toys in
Real
here.
disrespectful right now. Okay. Go inside. It's platinum plaques all over.
Everywhere. Right.
Like,
everywhere.
is that Michael Jackson? Hold on, there's a picture of you and Michael Jackson.
Right.
Like, oh, wait, that's Beyonce.
Right.
Mary J. Justin Timberlake. Like, I'm looking around
Like, where am I?
where the fuck?
Where am I?
Yo, man, I'm so happy to meet you. What?
Right.
Me?
Me. Right.
My house don't look like this. Yo, like, how many of you is there? You always coming out with another record.
Your output is crazy though.
It used to be. But that's what he said, man. I always feel like it's two of you. Like
Your
you
output
be
is crazy.
producing like a lot. I'm gonna play you some joints in a minute. But yeah, nah, man. So I get what you're saying, man. That's
I've lived my dream. And
say that again.
I've lived my dream.
Like-
I've been around the world and back. Like I've lived my dream.
Real
And
talk, it's funny because you saying you ain't never had a square job, and I'm telling folks, look, after I do this podcast thing, I'm gonna go get me. Look, I'm still in that sweet spot where I can get one of them jobs where I could work 25 years and get a pension, and still not be too old when I finish. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like, look, I'm like,
I
you know
just
what
might. You know what I'm
saying? Real quick,
Yeah,
real quick, because for us right now, it means too much to take a 7-day vacation. That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit, yo.
My theory has always been, if you making it, you can't spend it. And that's always been my
Yo, because that's a hit.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you what you're doing, because we're a lot alike. You're factoring in every
How
gig
many-
you missed on top of all the money you had to spend. So now you're taking a double hit.
Hit. It's a double whammy.
Bro.
It's a double whammy every time.
But I'm gonna tell you this, man.
And I'm gonna make a trip out of it, so I'm not paying just for me.
Right.
It's like you want to create those memories, but then at the same time, damn it if you ain't saying like, yo, this is like 2 pay periods for me.
I can't do 7 days though.
Yo.
My ADD won't let me do 7 days.
Really?
I'm a 3 to 5, and then I get antsy.
I might be a 3er.
Then I'm
I may be a
antsy,
3
bro.
or 4.
I start bugging.
You know what it is for me? I'm a routine person. So it's like I'm not a morning person. But if getting up in the morning has to be my routine,
Then so be it.
then I'll once I'm in the routine,
Right.
cool, yeah, all right.
And I'm gonna tell you another reason it gets weird for me. I went all around the world for free. So it's hella weird. It's hella weird, bro.
Yo, and see I think you're hitting a lot of solid topics, because I honestly feel like that's also the strange part for me, because, and don't judge me, judge your mama, I didn't know how to book my own plane ticket for a while.
Right.
Stop, y'all.
Nah, I
see what's
understand,
going
but
on
because
now.
everybody booked it for you.
That's it.
What's your real name?
What's your real name? What's your birthday?
Right.
What's your address?
Right.
Every time I got on the plane, all I had to do was get to the airport.
Right.
Because so you figure as a kid, that's all you had to do.
Right.
You know, hey, we all done been dropped off at the airport to go to family's house somewhere else.
Right.
For me, it was Jamaica and Bermuda.
Right. Nice.
You get dropped off, you go stay with your aunt and your uncle for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then once I became an adult and I was a working DJ, when I was playing out of town, I was either driving myself there. If it was within 6 hours, if it was anywhere between here and VA, we driving.
Right.
You might even drive to Charlotte.
Right.
But if it's more than that, you getting flown out.
Bro.
As the young people say, flued out.
Flued out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, for a long time, book no ticket. Book a ticket.
I went everywhere for free.
I just got this little Delta app and United app. I had all that stuff before. Clear and all that.
Right, Clear.
Like, what's this? Man, please, drive me over to the airport.
Yo, bro.
Show my little bag, walk through, get on a plane.
Bro. I'm trying to tell you. So it irks me. I ain't gonna say it irks me. That's too strong of a word. But I was everywhere for free. Passport hella stamped for free.
First of all, it wasn't for free.
I mean,
You was getting paid.
yeah, I was getting paid
To go other
I was
places
getting paid, yes.
and do what you
Yeah, I
like
was
to
getting
do at your parents' house in the basement.
I was getting paid, and I'm talking about we was on Def Jam money.
Yo.
We was on Def Jam money. So like, let's really be clear. We was laid.
Yo, remember when K used to come through with all them records? With Def Jam?
Def Jam records.
Yo,
man,
we had a lot of promos early.
Everything. But I was going all over the world. The hotels was plush. Everything was everything. Like, this is Joe Budden, pump, sugar, pump, Joe Budden. So, it was different. It was different, bro.
Oh, no, wait.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm so used to that. So, I'm like, yo, how much is this hotel?
He said, wait, hold up, which Joe Budden was
Pump,
it?
sugar, pump, Joe Budden, bro. It's different. It's different because that was Def Jam money, bro. So, like, they was flying us out, man. We all, when you part of the entourage, you got roomies and shit. Man, we all had separate rooms.
Right.
We was cooling. And I was so used to that. And then still getting gigs and they flying me out and whatever. So it's like, yo, we gonna go on vacation for 7 days? And how much is the hotel per night? Plus the flight? Shit.
And we gotta pay for our own food?
Yo,
I gotta buy this burger?
What? Yo.
I'm used to going and getting a
Man.
seafood platter and just getting up for the table.
Man.
Yo, I'll be outside.
Right. Yo, I see you in the car. So,
Yo.
but I get it. But we do have to defrag. Like, we do have to take moments where we
I am
defrag.
44 years old.
Right.
I have never been on an adult vacation.
You got to.
Like, what I'm saying, like on some like guys trip type stuff.
Oh, see, I've never been either.
I don't see the point of that.
I've never been.
Listen, what we gonna do after the second day? Like, what we doing? Like, come on, for real. Like, what are we doing?
I've never been on that.
Listen, if we got a meeting about some money, if we got a studio session, if we got a marketing meeting,
That's different.
and it happens to be in Miami, and it happens to take us 3 days to get that work done,
Right.
because it's one meeting per day, because there's no time limit on the meeting, we just gonna meet with these people at 12, and then the meeting will just go how long we gotta go.
Right.
If we have to do that for 3 days, then I can go to Miami with you for 3 days. I'm not getting on a plane on purpose to be away with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right. I get it. I'm not into the sword fighting, the swashbuckling either, bro. Like, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to be with female company.
taking my sand
Right.
with me.
I'm going to be with female company. Yes.
Jay-Z said I take my sand to the beach because my beach is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Like, yo, not for nothing, hello. Unless you like to gamble and roll the dice,
yeah.
like, I'm not gonna leave the house with $50 and say I'm gonna roll dice to make some more money,
Right.
okay?
Right.
I'm just gonna bring some money with me.
Right.
So,
My days of that is over.
right. So it's like, I'm just going to bring my sand and my beach with me.
Yeah.
Because standing in a venue for 4 hours, doing this, talking to somebody that I don't know, that I don't like, because she's wearing whatever,
Right.
and then at 12 midnight when I'm tired because my old ass is ready to get the fuck out of here. So you want to go do something? You want to go out? Oh, no, thanks. I'm fine. So I just still here and talk to you for 2.5, 3 hours, and nothing else comes from this. If I would have talked to my woman for 2-3 hours,
Right.
something would have came from that. So,
My days of that is over.
yeah, man, it's like, come on, bro.
And I was running and gunning for a minute.
We all did it.
I was running and gunning for a minute. Them days are over for me just because I'm paranoid. I am. I'm paranoid.
Paranoid.
I'm going to tell you something. Like, because you'll understand it. Like, all of the homies were street dudes.
Yeah.
So I think like a street dude. So it's like, yo, why do you like me? Why are you here? Why? Like, why? What's the angle? You know what I'm saying? Before, as being a little more reckless, I didn't understand. I didn't care.
What are your intentions, basically?
Yeah, I was.
Now
yo,
your intentions.
it was like Duck Hunt.
Your intentions matter.
It was like Duck Hunt
Right.
on Nintendo, yo. I was knocking them down. Be out on the road. Hey, what's up? Knocking them down. Big giant Samoan chicks in Hawaii. The whole shebang, bro. I was not, and I was the real dude. So real recognized real. So they was like, all right, what up? So now I'm just like, I'm into what I'm into, and a lot of, I understand that there are very few people that are for me, cause I'm a quirky guy. Once you understand me, I'm a quirky guy, and I found someone who is for me. So I'm good with that.
And really, that's what it comes down to.
I'm good with
because every piece of the puzzle has a piece that it fits.
Right.
To complete the puzzle.
Right. And I'm quirky, bro.
So it's like, as human beings, we're all just a bunch of pieces of a
Right.
puzzle.
Right.
That we have to fit with another set of pieces of a puzzle.
Yeah.
To complete the puzzle.
Right. And it's difficult. It's easy to be with me, but yet very difficult to be with me because I'm very quirky. Like, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't watch TV. As popular as I am, I'm not really social. So if you think you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you.
I do drink and I do smoke.
Yeah.
But
as popular,
I'm not as, listen.
I'm not social.
I hate the camera. Listen, we've been on camera for
About
an hour and 42 minutes.
Right.
I've looked at you more
More
than
than you looked at the camera. Right.
Because that's not why I'm doing this.
Right.
I'm doing this so they can learn who you are.
Yeah, I hope it's been entertaining.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and also learn some things about the industry and see people's journeys and, you know what I'm saying, understand different levels of success and also understanding humility, because everyone I've had over here has been to the top of the mountain in their respective careers.
We've seen it.
And they all still made time to. It's like, all right, so far on this show I've had Jahab Muhammad, DJ Tragedy, Kelly G, Haas the Ripper, Jonathan Martin, and you.
Right.
Okay? The amount of celebrity that has been talked about in this room is incomparable. So when you stop and say to yourself, I'm sitting in a room with a cat that DJ Diddy's birthday parties. I'm sitting in a room with the cat that put Drake's first music video on BET.
Right.
I'm sitting in a room with the cat that was the DJ for the guy that now has one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Right.
Like, I'm sitting in a room with a cat that is in Canada this week hanging out with Kevin Hart. Like, that's his man. Like,
right.
Joker jumped on the phone all casual, like, hey, you going to Vegas? Oh, no, I'm being Canada with Kevin. And
Yeah.
And it's like, when you look at all of the highs,
and that's my guy.
Right. Like, come on, man. Like,
that's my guy.
I can see you in the video with Jay-Z.
That's my guy. Like, I've known Haas. We used to rap together. Like, that's my guy, bro.
History.
Yeah, me and Haas used to rhyme together. Like, that's my man. Like, write rhymes and say them over the phone. And it was funny because our rap styles were very similar. We would jack the songs and pop culture. So they was like, yo, y'all should be a group. You know what I'm saying? But that's my guy. I spoke to Haas. I spoke to Kyle House a couple of weeks ago too.
He was right here last Saturday. He came.
Super dope individual,
And,
man.
Yeah, nah,
Writer,
he had
singer, instrumentalist. Like he's hella dope.
And you know, like that joke, Kim Burrell, like
Right. Yeah.
this-
Very
this-
well respected in almost every field that he's been in.
Yo,
Very well respected.
so you know, with that being said, it's like when I look at the amount of creativity, knowledge, and humility that has sat next to me in this room, man, I'm like super humbled by that. Like I'm super impressed by it. Like I'm like, wow. Like even when I sit here and listen to you tell some stories, it's like a lot of stories I knew.
Right.
But just to hear them again sometimes, it's
right.
like, damn.
And I don't usually tell
You
him.
worked with who? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and because I've worked with you in the studio, because I do know your writing abilities and all of those things, sometimes it's just like, damn, like, there's so much talent in our circle. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the other part. Like, we all still work together to a degree.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
we all still-
It don't have to be often, but it's like if you need something and you ain't got it,
Everybody's
you
one
can call
call
me
away.
and I can call this person and that
Yeah.
person can call that person, and we all gonna circle back to make sure you good.
Right.
You know what I'm
Everybody's
saying?
one call away.
So,
Right.
you know, I want to say thank you for that, because this goes right on back to the beginning of the show, because we're getting ready to wrap this up. Because this is going to be part one.
Right. Because we ain't really tell like any
We
of the
ain't
crazy,
digging yet.
any of the
But
wild shit.
It goes back to why I told that laptop story at the beginning of the show. It goes back to the type of man you are, type of human you are. And I just want to say thank you. So, once again, I appreciate you. my
Love you,
brother.
cuz. You know
Love
how we
too,
do.
cuz. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Yo, go follow DJ Doughboy on Instagram, IG. Let them know where to find you, man.
At Jersey Doughboy everywhere. It's the Doughboy from Jersey. But because it's a bunch of Doughboys.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
So Jersey Doughboy, man. That's what they call me.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you for listening to me ramble. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back though.
All right. Peace.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.